Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Sage Lewis from WMVU, Many Voices United. Wow, that was loud. We don't need a long intro. I want to get right to it. I got a message on Facebook last night, and somebody said, I just read a very disturbing article about your church, WTF. And I didn't know what they were talking about. And I didn't answer them. And I went to bed. And then I found it. And this is it. This is on WKYC. Multiple victims of alleged human trafficking rescued in Akron. Summit County authorities have responded to several credible complaints of possible exploitation and potential human trafficking violations at an Akron tent city. That's mine. The Summit County Sheriff's Office has announced that on June 14th, multiple victims of alleged human trafficking were found and rescued at a location often referred to as a tent city in Akron. A press release stated that Summit County detectives, in conjunction... Hey, Emery, how's it going? In conjunction with the Akron Police Department, the Summit County Prosecutor's Office responded to several credible complaints of possible exploitation and potential human trafficking violations at a location on Kent Place. Yes, that's mine. Detectives determined that several individuals had been victimized and required immediate intervention. The victims were offered medical treatment, counseling, and shelter service options. According to the Summit County Sheriff's Office, one individual was transported to a hospital as a result of their medical condition. The Summit County authorities are investigating the suspected sexual offenses and human trafficking violations. In addition to the alleged human trafficking, officers identified and subsequently jailed 13 individuals with active felony warrants who resided in or around Kent Place, Tent City. Yeah, I don't know if they were all living with us or not. According to the Sheriff's Office, felony charges among them taken to the Summit County Jail include burglary, having weapons while under disability, sex offender non-compliance, and possession of drugs. All right. I think a lot of people were shocked by this. And I read it and I'm like, wow, that's a lot. But I personally am thankful. I can't tell you how many times people have come to me, now not about sex trafficking. I don't think anybody has said, hey, so-and-so is pimping me out. People would say things like, that person beat me up, that person stole my stuff, that person did this, that person did that. And what I can tell you is every time I say, look, I can't prove it. And here's the thing. I have one camera functioning now on that lot. It's very fuzzy. Theft goes on constantly at this place. People are constantly going into other people's tents and stealing stuff. Somebody apparently yesterday they lost a TV and a microwave out of their tent. And nothing gets done. It's not like they can be like, hey, Sage, that TV and tent is over here. I don't know. I didn't see the TV and tent, TV and microwave before. I don't see it now. And here's the thing. A lot of people lose things. I am not in any way, shape, or form suggesting that these people are not being victimized in many different ways. But I am also suggesting that a lot of times they're like, oh, I found it. Hey, Christopher, I'm sorry I missed your call. I had some family stuff. Let me get this over here real quick. Pop this out. Let's read this comment here. Come on. There we go. Right screen. It says the Supreme Court ruled that the police must release all record reports, including initial reports, and I did a public records report. Nothing came back. Still trying to get information. Good. Please do. Shannon, hello. Greetings and salutations. Blessings to you. What a hell of a morning, I must say. Yes. But let me say it this way. If someone was being trafficked, if someone felt exploited, I am deeply thankful they called the police. Thank God. Because here's the thing. There is this incredibly strong code on the street that says you do not talk to the police. Now, I'll tell you who makes that code. It's the predators. It's the predators that make that code. They don't want you going to the police. Now, I will also tell you that it is extremely dangerous to call the police on the street because you will be targeted for calling the police. You will be targeted for anything you try to stand up for against a predator. Emery says, I have a friend who works for Neo CH that specializes in human trafficking. Would you like me to connect the two of you? Yes, please. Now, the difficulty of this situation is I support a woman's right to do sex work. I know it's not legal, and I am not, it's basically a don't ask, don't tell policy. I don't ask, and they don't tell. And who am I to tell a woman how she can or cannot make money? Okay? So, did I believe people were selling sex for money or drugs? Of course. Oops, sorry. Emery says, not all sex work is human trafficking. That's what I think. So let's get the definition. What is the definition of human trafficking? So it is, let me get it. I can do, yeah, this is good. What is human trafficking? It involves the use of force, fraud, or coercion to obtain some type of labor or commercial sex act. Every year, millions of men, women, and children are trafficked worldwide. And mind you, the 13 people that were picked up, about, I think, half were women and half were men. Were some of the men being exploited? I don't think they were being sex trafficked, but were they being exploited? We need to look at that too, including right here in the United States. It could happen in any community. The victims range from age, race, gender, and nationality. Traffickers might use violence, manipulation, or false promises of well-paying jobs or romantic relationships to lure victims into trafficking situations. So, here's the thing. Let's play a game. A person says, I will give you drugs if you have sex with me. And the person does it. Is that sex work or human trafficking? Yeah, right. Emery makes a very valid point. There are absolutely male victims of sex trafficking, especially queer and trans men. Yes, thank you for saying that, Emery. So, you say, yes, I will have sex with you for drugs. I think that's sex work. If you have sex and you don't get the drugs, I would say that's human trafficking, right? It's not being paid for services rendered. It becomes a form of slavery. And then it goes into intimidation and that sort of thing. Could that have happened? I'm quite sure it could have. Let's just cut right to the chase. Am I trafficking sex workers? Let's just get there. Now, obviously, I could be lying to you. I could be the biggest sex trafficker in Akron. But I'm going to tell you this. I can't get a person to clean the bathroom in exchange for electricity and free internet. Okay? I can't get somebody who gets a paycheck of near $1,000 to pay me $100 a month for internet and water and electricity. I have gotten paid by three people who live in the house. They each have a room. They pay me $300. They're all men. I am not a sex trafficker. I am not a drug dealer. I am none of that. I am a guy who illegally shelters homeless people. Okay? Now, if anyone believes that I have trafficked them, I will absolutely talk to the police. No lawyer. My lawyer is going to love to hear that. I am happy to talk to the police about that. And if the police need help finding someone who trafficked somebody, I will gladly hunt them down and return them to the police. Gladly. Okay? I have helped the police tangentially. I didn't have much information. But other people that lived with us helped the police incarcerate an extreme arsonist. I have been very public about Dustin, who I know. Emery's like, never talk to the police without a lawyer. I know. I'm gonna. Because I do not traffic women. No one, I'm trying to think. No. Kenny Bolton has given me a few dollars when he goes scrapping. He does. I do not sex traffic Kenny Bolt. He's thankful for services. He hasn't paid me in a time. But sometimes Kenny Bolt will give me some money. Okay? Other than the three people that live in my house, I cannot think of a single person I have received money from, or sex from, or even cleaning in the bathroom. Now, that's not to say people don't clean the bathroom. Well, there's a lot of hard workers at our place. Okay? I am not cut out for drug dealing or sex trafficking. I'm not. I just can't deal with it. Okay. Emery says, I teach my 17-year-old to say, I am a deaf minor. I have a right to my parent, an attorney, and an interpreter. I will not talk to you until I have that. That's smart. It's really smart. This is, okay, Shannon says this is a huge ploy in the bullshit of trying to end what you do. Ugh, my fucking brain hurts. It hit a huge thumping nerve with a certain issue. Thank you for saying that. I do not believe that this was a big plan by Dan Horgan to throw me under the bus. I don't. In fact, I think I know who called. I don't think they were sex trafficked. I think they were mad at me. Not mad at me. I take that back. I'm going to tell you what happened. This person bought a handbag from a friend of mine who lives with us. Okay? The handbag was in the person's domicile, where they live. They sold this handbag to this person. Okay? It turns out the handbag was not his to sell. He thought it was his ex-girlfriend's. Somebody came into the woman who bought the tent and took back the handbag. This happened 2 or 3 days ago. She was pissed. Pissed. And do you know what I did? I paid her the $40 for the handbag. The woman whose handbag it was got it back. I paid that woman $40. She has always been angry at our place. Okay? I believe it was her who called. Now, did she have evidence of sex trafficking? I don't know. And if she did, let me say this. I am glad she called. I am glad she called. Okay? I feel that it was I don't know. I don't know. I do not know if and may I say, this is allegedly, okay? This is what I heard, and this could be wrong too. That's why I'm not naming any names. This could have just been a rumor. I don't know who reported it. I would wish that it was a person who was trafficked who needed help and called the police. Okay? Okay, Ryan says here, hold on. The encampment, okay, I just got a thing of the 5 of the 14 that were arrested were women, okay? I just got this. Somebody's been doing, this is a friend of mine. They weren't helping sex trafficking victims. Okay, yeah, then this guy doesn't like the police. Okay, according to this guy, 5 of the 14 were women, okay? Okay. Let's see. Emery says, from my experience, a lot of homeless people are quite paranoid due to years of trauma. I have also seen many delusional homeless folks due to untreated mental illness. It could have been one of those things at all. It could have. Quite honestly, I don't care. I know that this seems shocking to you, but I want them to talk to the police more. I am telling you, it is the predators on the street that put out this propaganda to not call the police. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. So, quite honestly, 13 people. No, I don't know if it's 13. The paper says 13. I thought it was 14. I don't know. I don't know if it was 13 or 14. It doesn't matter. Okay? Shannon says, I guess just one of those oddly weird coincidences. I started working on the religious freedom of practice issue and poof, bam. Yeah, my soul, my soul is very irritated. I will say there is some conspiracy A couple days ago, I stood up against the police and said that this is a church and we were going to continue lighting our fire of remembrance, our fire of circle of life. And they were mad. They were really mad that I would have the audacity to stand up against them. And then a few days later, they raid the camp. I don't care. I do not care. I have also told these people over and over again, they're not doing a lot with their life in a tent right now in my backyard. If they have legal issues, they should get them cleaned up. And I will tell you this. I think every single time someone who goes to jail and comes back says, I'm glad I did it. And let me tell you something else. The people who did not go to jail felt amazing. They were so proud of themselves. They were like, man, okay, hold on. I'm trying to answer as many of these questions I can so I will eventually just stop. But here, look, I want to show you this guy. I want to show you. Come on. This guy. This is Southside. Can't remember his real name. I just know his name is Southside, okay? He is trying out. He was the first person to use our running water sink, okay? And I loved it because look what he did. He took a bag, he put holes in it, and he made a shower. I would have guessed all day long that Southside had a rap sheet as tall as me. And that's what I said. I'm like, you're still here? And he's like, man, I haven't had a warrant for a minute. I'm like, wow, Southside, I am so proud of you. He's like, yeah, man, I'm clean. I'm clean. Everybody gave their name, okay? And almost, so let me address this. We were talking about, you don't have to give your name. You don't have to give your name. Well, the general gist is if you don't give your name, they're just going to take you down. They're going to fingerprint you, and it's just going to make it worse. So these guys know that a police officer asks for their name and social security. They're just going to give them their name and social security. That's how it is. That's how it is. Shannon says, I get that it's true. I was attacked when I was homeless. And my attacker said, who the hell would believe you and your street trash? Call the police. They'll just laugh at you. Yeah, there you go. The article said, said this. This is, I think they're making this article bigger. The victims were offered medical treatment, counseling, and shelter service options. Awesome! We live right next to the battered women's shelter. Do you know how many times I tell these women to go to the battered women's shelter? I took a woman a couple weeks ago. Okay? Look. You can say that this is bad PR. You can say that it was the mayor out to get me, the police out to get me, retribution for standing up for my civil rights as a religion. I see it as a good thing. I'm sorry, I do. Because those people, if this guy that I wrote me is true, the 14 people, 5 of them were women. Okay. Let's see. I want to see if else. What else? I don't know if they're all sending me the article. The people that went to jail are going to get their warrants taken care of. Amazing. If a person was being trafficked on the street, I pray to God they take the help that was offered to them. But I'm going to tell you, I will not be surprised if they end up right back at my camp. Okay? All right? But what I want them to know, and what I'm going to make very clear, and I'm going to tell the woman who called the police that if she called the police, I'm thankful for her. Regardless of why she called the police. I am. Oh, really? Good. Okay, I'm on the news. Good. Okay, good. Kevin says I was on Channel 19. That's good. Warrants are not easy to clear out, says Emery, especially out-of-county warrants. I have one out-of-county warrant that I cannot get out of the system. It's a contempt of warrant. Because there was a bank that sued me for less than $100. I paid the fine, appeared in the Zoom hearing, made multiple calls to the clerk. It's still there. Ugh. That sucks. Okay, so if you have any questions, please post them in the comments. All right. I don't think that we need to, here, I think I'll go through, hold on. I'll go through some of these comments here that people are, okay. Let's see, Donna here. Let's see. It says, so one of the interesting things we were talking about is, hold on, sorry. Okay. We were talking about what is trafficking, and I thought that was interesting. So Darla says, aren't they calling hoes and pimps these days traffickers? And so I think it becomes a little bit gray. I don't think technically, if you made a, what would they call it, an arm's length agreement, you did sex and you got paid what you asked, that would be called trafficking. I think that would be called sex work. But then I say to Darla, I don't know what the definition of trafficking is. I've been very public in my stance that I support women who do sex work. I've been equally as public about my position on exploiting women. I'm extremely passionate about women's right. If anyone, a man or a woman, was being trafficked against their will, I'm extremely thankful they called the police. Darla said, that's my point. If people willingly are selling their bodies, then the term of trafficking is misleading. People always jump to conclusions assuming it's kidnapped children. I do not have any children living in my camp. None. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Mary. It says, okay, so this was 13 arrested. Wow. And then Dustin said they all had warrants. And then, okay, then Sarah says he goes in every single arrest and goes in and on about each one. Here's a weird one for sure. Now he's threatening to buy more property. I always wonder where he got his money from. It's starting to add up. Sarah thinks I'm making all this money on turning out homeless women. Do you know do you know what sex goes for on the street? It's like $20. And Sarah thinks I'm making my empire on pimping out women in my camp. That's what, people have accused me of selling drugs. Look, I have a job. I am a marketer. I also, if I was going to be a criminal, I would not, A, hang around so publicly criminals, and B, I would not be doing low-level crimes like pimping homeless women and selling $20 bags of meth to homeless people. I would hope I would be a little more high-end than all of that. But I don't do any of that. But Sarah's figured it all out, where he gets all his money. It's called a job. I pay taxes on it. I am a marketer, and I have property. Then Tom says, for those of you who ask questions, I suggest you tag him. He's generally very transparent. He might be lying, but he will lay it out here. I will. How can one justify the exploitation of another person? I can't. This I talked about here. The topic at hand was not this. There was a woman who was living with us who shot a man in the face, allegedly. This is what I hear, but I've heard it repeatedly. There was a woman who lived with us allegedly who shot a man in the face, killed him. I don't know why everybody shoots people in the face. Dustin shot a guy in the face. Rumor has it, incidentally, the police determined he was in self-defense and he'll be getting out. Remember the guy that kidnapped his girlfriend from my camp, stole a car, caught it totally on fire, and then shot a guy in the face. The guy lived. Apparently, he's getting out of jail. And he is homeless. So anyways, there was the story in my mind was there was this woman who shot a man in the face, apparently he's dead, and apparently she shot him in the face because he sold her $100 worth of fentanyl that was all fake. To which I say, who in their right mind would sell this woman fake drugs? She fucks people up. I've never seen her shoot anybody in the face. I saw her hit somebody over the head with a machete and almost kill him. So she's on the run. That's who they've been talking to me about. But then I think there was a call about sex trafficking, and then they came in. I think it was about a dozen cars. They ran everybody's name. They took 13 or 14 people. Apparently 4 of them were women. I don't know that for sure. That's what I just got on a message. If they were trafficked, I am so thankful if they will take them up on the help. Okay? All right. Let's see. James, I don't know who was around. Okay, maybe checking. Okay, so then Mary says, maybe checking those that reside on your property should be checked out. Easy to see any local outstanding warrants. So, I do not ask people what their background is. I do not hide felons. I do not hide people from the police. I have a personal moral thing that I do not lie to the police. I do not know where that woman is who shot the man in the face. She is absolutely not in my place. And I'll tell you why, is because there are people at my place. Oh, there's a man that she set on fire. He lives at our place. Forgot about him. He said he wouldn't turn her in. He's like, I don't talk to the police. I'm like, yeah. But he was set on fire by this woman, okay, at my place. Look, I'm a guy that shelters people. And specifically, I like to shelter people who other people won't shelter. My position is, I don't ask you who you were, I just care about who you are today. That's how I am. Jennifer here says, unfortunately, homeless addicts are absolute easiest to exploit. I would say that's true. Let me tell you about a woman who does not currently live with us, but she's young and beautiful, and she breaks my heart. I'm like, I can, she gets dressed up, puts on makeup, and goes out for fentanyl. And what happens is she does, I think, an initial deal. She gets her fentanyl, and she gets super fucked up. And then they just pass her around. They just pass her around. It's terrible. Okay, let's see who else. Michael here. They got to have some place to stay. So, oh wait. Let's see. Michael made a link. Yes. Pedophiles exposed. Okay. I will say this. I think I might stop sheltering people who have any sex offenses. Again, my policy has been if you're not causing trouble at my place, I don't ask any questions. And there is absolutely a guy, he told me he was a level 2 sex offender, and I'll tell you what that is. Level 2 sex offender. Okay. There's 3 levels, okay? Level 1 is the lowest, typically involve non-violent sex offenses with people who are not minors. People who are convicted of Tier 1 sex offenses must register for at least 15 years. Level 2 are also generally non-violent but involve minors, okay? These offenses require people who are convicted to register on sex offense for at least 25 years and report for verification twice per year. That's what he said he was, okay? Where'd it go? Hold on. Level 3, most serious, includes people who are convicted of violent or non-violent offenses with adults or minors. If you've been convicted of a Tier 3 offense, you'll be registered on the sex offender the rest of your life and report for verification 4 times a year. So if you imagine 25 years, I do not know this guy's history. I do know that he was picked up. And according to this article, where is it? Where'd it go? Now you lost the article. Where'd it go? Anyways, I think... Okay, hold on, let me find it. Sorry. Where'd it go? Let's see here, wait. Sage Lewis. Kevin McCartney says the dude is a total dickhead. He's looking for a free bag of money. F him. Is that me they're talking about? I guess. Oh, that was 1 year ago. I thought Kevin McCartney, some people get really mad at me. Yeah, that's old news. I can't tell you how many homeless people hate me. That was a year ago. Lawrence says, thanks for the information. The man has rights. I guess they're talking about me. I don't know. Oh, this is March 2021. I don't know why they're pulling that up. That's old. Sorry. I'm trying to find the art. Anyways, they said something. I apologize. I'm not going to. Yeah, they're going back through my timeline. Kevin and I thought were cool. I thought he just wrote. Didn't Kevin just write? Hold on. Anyway, yeah, Kevin. Yeah, Kevin's here. Yeah, Kevin. See, I thought Kevin and I were cool now. It's fine, Kevin. If people call me a lot of shit. Emery says there are some groups that feel that sex trafficking is all sex work, including a fairly prominent group in Akron. Okay, I can't say it enough. I support the rights of women to sell sex. Sex workers, prostitution. I support it. Okay? I am a leftist libertarian. What the hell the government is doing in our personal lives is beyond me. What I put in my body, whether it's a penis or meth or fentanyl, is on me. You stay the hell out of what I put in my body. Hell out of it. But I absolutely, unequivocally, do not support exploitation. If a woman or a man had felt exploited and they called the police, thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Call the police if you are being attacked. Okay? Do not listen to the street predators that tell you you cannot call the police. Snitches get stitches is something that a predator says to keep people in line. Christina Shaw says, that's how we are. We help anyone who needs it. We don't ask questions. Thank you, Christina Shaw. I want to say this. Shannon says, government's mad at sex workers because they don't know how to tax them. Well, if they would make it legal, then we could tax it. Yes, of course. They jam Suboxone down these people's throats for their entire life and make money off of that for treatment of a drug addiction. They addict them to another thing, right? Right? People lose their teeth on Suboxone. It's terrible. But hey, your life, if it helps you, all about it, baby. Get the Suboxone. There was a group gathering of talking about homelessness in I don't know, a couple weeks ago. Homelessness in the Middlebury area. And several homeless providers were there, and they were talking about, like, when you quit drugs, they got all the, when you're ready to get the help, when you're ready for help, that's code word for you're going to stop doing drugs, you're going to stop selling sex, you're going to stop hanging out with your friends. Yeah, Shannon calls it's called controlled addiction. Yeah. Hey, man, if it helps you, I'm all about it. Okay? Then they're like, then we have all these programs. If you want to quit drugs, we got these great places for people that aren't on drugs. You want to find God, we got great places for people that want to quit drugs and find God. But then somebody stood up at the meeting and said, well, what about the people that don't want to do that? That don't want to quit drugs? That don't want to go into these programs? And then apparently a formerly homeless person said they deserve nothing. Now, try not to get mad. That is a defense mechanism. Just like how I'm really negative against drinkers, it's a defense mechanism so that I never drink again. I'm coming up on my 19th year anniversary of not drinking, by the way. Yay, me. So, in July. So, I believe some of the most anti-homeless people are formerly homeless people. And I believe they do it so that they're like, I will never go back there. I will never go back there. And to do that, I, in my mind, will say those people are losers. They need to get a job. They need to quit the drugs. They need to stop hanging around those people. So you cannot be angry at that person. And then nobody else responded. One person responded, and a service provider, and she said, and I'm not going to out her, I don't think it's bad, but she said, all we can do is love them. Now, what you need to know is there are a lot of groups that will take in these people, but they don't talk about it like I do. Okay? There are overdoses at the Haven of Rest, the Battered Women's Shelter, everywhere. I just had my first overdose. I think it was suicide. First time anybody has overdosed on my property. The difference is I talk about it. The reason I talk about it is because I believe the only way we're going to get through this stuff is talking about it. Okay? Christina Shaw is one of these brave people who says that's how we are. We will help anyone who needs it. We don't ask questions. Now, and that's who I am. That's who I am. And I probably am going to be that way. I'm a little sensitive right now because this is so fresh on my brain. I'm like, okay, nobody with warrants, nobody with sex offenses. I can't be reactive like that. I can't be reactive like that. And I'll tell you why. You want these people somewhere. You can hate them. I don't care if you hate them. You still want them somewhere. Because you know what? Do you know how easy it was for the police to pick up 14 people? You know why? Because they were all in my place. I mean, it's a big haul of people. It's a big haul. And honestly now, if anything, I'm going to stop trying to get the city to come into my place. All city people are welcome. All of them. Come in. Run warrants. Tell me to put out my fires. Take pictures. Do it. Let's work with it. And may I say, also, the only people that come to our village are the police, excluding grassroots organizations like people like Christina, Georgianne. I haven't seen the homeless charity. I just was over there yesterday, Laren, but she's probably just busy. Sometimes people stay away from my place when they get a little scared. They're like, hey, Sage, looks like people are dying over there. I'm going to take a break. Well, good news. If they had a warrant, they're in jail, so come on down. Emery says being sober should not be a prerequisite for being housed, fed, and cared for. Period. That's my theory. Jeffrey Dahmer got housed, fed, and cared for. He also got murdered in prison, but he was Jeffrey Dahmer. Why does a guy that eats gay people, and not in the good way, get to be housed, fed, and cared for, but drug addicts need to be shunned from every service known to humanity? I just can't square that in my brain. But look, the guy who was a sex offender got picked up. I really like that guy. He was one of my best workers. But I'm glad he's getting his shit taken care of. I really am. He's been running forever. All these people who had warrants are going to get taken care of. They were doing nothing. They were sitting in my backyard doing nothing. Now's a great time to get your warrants taken care of. Most of these are going to be low-level things, okay? They're going to be out, and I'll welcome them back. Judy, let's see what Judy had to say. Let's see. Which one is this? Oh, yeah. Okay, this was this post. So these were some of the people that I found, okay? Here's Heather. She received stolen property. That's why they picked her up. Here's Eddie, possession of drugs and obstructing official business. Here's Megan. Now, Megan was picked. It says possession of drugs. Megan is a sweet, sweet woman. Sweet woman. If she was being trafficked and she felt in danger, I am incredibly thankful she was being picked up. I don't think that... I'm not going to talk about Megan's personal life, but whatever. Jalen, that's a tattoo. He failed to comply with an order or signal of a police officer. Cat, this is, you can't see her. She's that we call her Black Cat because we have a white cat and a black cat. Probation violation. Okay. Love Black Cat. Kiana just got out of jail. Apparently probation violation. Robert Pierce, he lived in the camper. Has not been paying child support apparently. Yeah. Heather. Oh, and I'm back at Heather. And I haven't looked through. I need to look at all the people. You know. Okay, Judy. Hold on. What did Judy say? Oh yeah, this was just me. Okay. Oh, that. Okay. Yeah. Then people are some people are like, I would be uncomfortable with you going out of your way to share this if I was pictured. The level of tactlessness and disregard you've shown here is mind-blowing. Please try to put yourself in their shoes. I get it. Judy said, I kind of agree. However, this is public info. Yeah. I get it. I get it. You can be upset about that. You can be upset about anything I do. It's totally fine. But I am here as an activist primarily. Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying there? Okay, hold on. Where's my... Hold on. Ooh, pop that baby out. Pop that tab out. Let's see where my... This is what I do. I tell stories. Okay? Why can't I find... Hold on. Where is the comments? Darn it. I can't... Okay, hold on. I can't... The popping out of the comments is not popping out. Okay, hold on. Pop out. Hold on. I like it so you can read the comments. There they are. Okay. One second. Christina. Okay, gotta go. Okay, Shannon, thank you for being here. It was awesome to see you. May gods and goddesses show you favor all your days. Thank you, honey. Christina Shaw says, everyone deserves basic necessities in life. Food, warmth, shelter. We also have been looked down upon for putting money on books while they're in jail from time to time. I feel like we shouldn't just forget about people in jail. It's probably one of the best times to show your love. So let me say that what you should know is when you go to jail, you get a top, you get pants, and you get flip-flops. You do not get a toothbrush. You do not get underwear. You do not get toothpaste. You do not get deodorant. You do not get soap. Okay? So what Christina Shaw is saying here, sometimes people call and put money, I do that sometimes. I did it for a while, and then it was getting to be a lot, and I stopped because I didn't really, my focus is, sheltering people. And technically, these people have now been sheltered. So, people have asked me to start a fund for that. It's also a lot of logistical work. I don't think I'm going to do putting money on the books. If you want to do it, maybe Christina would you be willing to help people if they wanted to fund a cause like that, Christina? I'm just not going to do it. I got a lot going on. I'm a little busy. And so there's that. People are at risk on the streets. Okay? People get raped on the streets. Oh, I see. Okay, right. Yeah. Christina says, I don't agree with feeding money in. I do it from time to time. I have my own discretion. Oh, right on. Yeah, they're fine in there. They don't need deodorant. They'll be fine. Honest to God, I wish they would just give them some sort of help for housing, mental health stuff, blah, blah, blah. The street is a terrible place, okay? There are people I would consider to be predatorial in my camp. And I use them for helping keep the place organized. But I think I'm going to end that. Because it's a balancing act, right? I mean, it's like what every city in America goes through. You got these like corrupt cops, but they're, making arrests. I think I'm going to get rid of that. I think I'm going to end that. I mean, it's going to be, it's hard. And I'm not, and may I say this, the people are in my mind, I do not know, in my mind, and I swear to God, I would tell you this if I did, I do not know of anyone who has ever come to me that says, hey, so-and-so is pimping me out. Now, again, I'm not saying it didn't happen. And I'm also, there's quite a likelihood that they would have thought that that would be too dangerous. Because if they came to me and said that, then I would go to the person and confront them, at which time that person is at risk. So in a way, if these people go to jail and I clean up these predatorial people in my camp, that would be good, right? That would be good. I'm not sorry this happened at all. At all. You may think that it's like a black eye on my organization. I don't. I don't know the facts. I don't know all of the details. I definitely want to know the details. I definitely will gladly talk to anybody that wants to talk to me about this. If the police want to talk to me about this, I am happy to talk to the police. And may I say, I said it earlier and I'll say it again, the police were nothing but polite and professional in that raid where they took away 13 or 14 people. I don't know which it is. I've heard conflicting numbers. If it's in the paper, I'm going to assume it's 13. We need to encourage people on the street to not be afraid of the police. One of the reasons they're afraid of the police is they have warrants and they're afraid if they call the police, they're going to go to jail. I've seen that happen too. I've seen a person call on somebody for something and then they end up in jail. I've seen it. I've seen it. And not the person they called on. So that happens too. I absolutely will not stop. This work needs to be done. These people are living unsheltered in your city. Okay? It's not like I pulled them out of the battered women's shelter. It's not like I pulled them out of an apartment. They were living unsheltered, and the police were able to come to my place and pick up 13 people. I'm just going to go with 13 now. In 1 hour. I think that's good. I do. I'm happy to answer any questions. I will keep responding to people as I'm able. And thank you for listening. Thank you for caring about people that a lot of people in society would wish just disappeared. They won't ever say they wish they were dead, usually. Some people do. Those are pretty extreme people, but they wish they didn't have to deal with it. We got to deal with it. And if you want to lock up everybody that's homeless, by all means, make that a program. I'm not going to fight you on any program at this point. Other than the program of, hey, Christopher, did I get any solid information? Not yet. The only thing I got is what I'm reading in these articles. I did get something from a friend of mine who said that it was that of the 13 people, 4 were women. Okay. But I haven't corroborated that. So I don't know. If one of them was being trafficked for sex, it's worth it. It's worth it. I'm very thankful that they were protected. Absolutely, 100%. But I will keep you up to date on it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. And we got to keep fighting. We got to figure this stuff out. It's not going to go away. All right? It's not. It's not. All right, everybody. Take care.
Thank you for listening to Sage and the Houseless Movement, a weekly show dedicated to the news and views of the homeless locally and worldwide.